Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. So today I'd like to present to you the latest news and information on the Aegis Redeemer. As always, a huge thank you to all of my patrons and channel members, in particularly Siani for becoming my latest channel member, and to Maka75 for upping their Patreon pledge. Thank you so much for all the support. All my links are in the description below. So the Aegis Redeemer has had a bit of a tumultuous past. We won't go too deep into this, but what we last heard from Cloud Imperium was that they are turning this ship into a gunship instead of the original dropship it was designed to be. With the upcoming Fleet Week, it appears that this ship will be on show via the holo displays, along with a new description written specifically for the Fleet Week event. Now, with it being on display via a holo viewer, it is highly likely that the Redeemer is in active development. I think we have heard that it is in the past. Unfortunately, at this time, we just don't know what stage of the pipeline it is at. Now, firstly, let's take a look at these new images and just see what it looks like. As you can see, it has grown very slightly in scale with the side-by-side comparison of the older model. The rear tail has changed a little bit. The engines were actually scaled to be the same size for comparison reasons, as the difference is so very minor. But for its weapons, we can see that it has a top turret with what looks to be two size 2 Apocalypse Arms Gatling guns, one rear unmanned turret with what could be two size 1 Bearing laser repeaters, a manned front turret under the cockpit, just like the top turret. Again, I think it's got two size 2 Apocalypse Arms, and then there's two size 2 cannons of some kind on the front with a pair of gimbaled lasers just underneath them. So it's got a pretty hefty firepower. If you do know exactly what the weapons are or the sizes, do let me know, but at the moment I can't really determine that. Personally, I prefer this newer model to the older version. It does look a bit beefier, but very minor nonetheless. Now we have a new description, which is, as I say, specifically written for Fleet Week, and it says, "There are a few ships that are awaiting deployment as eagerly as the Aegis Dynamics Redeemer. After being featured at 2 previous Invictus launch weeks, the Navy is closer than ever to utilising the full potential of this cutting-edge gunship. The UAE Navy has worked closely with Aegis to perfect the Redeemer during this time to ensure that it will meet and exceed all of the operational needs of such an advanced vessel. From the early reports arriving from various test squadrons, including the famous 999 Squadron, the Redeemer is going to be worth the wait. Designed to carry significant cargo and troops, the Redeemer will provide support in a variety of combat situations and logistical operations. The state-of-the-art technology employed by Aegis should make the craft one of the easiest to maintain to operational effective standards. Additionally, the boarding hatch will permit faster transitions in situ, while the vector lock thruster design will allow for optimal manoeuvring via its twin nacelles. High Command is eager to see what the Redeemer can do once it finds its way into the hands of enthusiastic pilots across the naval fleet." Okay, so firstly, it sounds like it's back to being kind of a dropship with a gunship element. Not sure why they've gone back and forth with it so much. We do have many dropships now, so how they will balance all the dropships, ensuring that each one is relevant in some way for some role. I wonder if when it says the boarding hatch, could this be on its underbelly, which docks onto a ship somehow, allowing for the troops to board that way? Could this be a specific ship boarding gunship? That would definitely set it apart from the others, but we can't see the underside, unfortunately, and all we can see at the moment is the rear entry ramp from before. Secondly, it sounds like the Redeemer is becoming quite an exclusive, one-of-a-kind ship. I wonder what this state-of-the-art technology means. Could it be referring to the vector lock thrusters, maybe? I do love how they have established the delay of the ship into the lore, stating that over the last couple of years or so, the UAE Navy has worked closely with Aegis to perfect the Redeemer. Now, we are still awaiting official word on this ship, but I think Redeemer owners who have been waiting many years for the ship will be extremely happy when they get it. I personally, if it is a boarding ship, think it's going to be extremely useful, but with all that firepower, even if it is just a pure gunship, it will definitely provide a lot of support for ground troops. Anyway, that is the latest on the Aegis Redeemer. Do let me know what you think about this. I am very excited to see this ship at the event. Even if it's just a holo display, hopefully we'll get some more information on it either during the event or shortly afterwards. I will be covering the full event every day, taking you on a full in-depth tour, so do make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss out on that. Also, hit that like button if you are excited for the event and tick that notification bell That way, you'll be informed exactly when my videos go live. Also, come and hang out with us over on twitch.tv/supermacbrothers. We will definitely be checking it out on stream, taking your questions and hanging around, just chatting about the game. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to my patrons and channel members, and I'll see you next time.